Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your channel name, where we dive into the fascinating world of numismatics. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into a coin that is not only a part of America's everyday change, but also a collector's item that's caught the attention of many enthusiasts. Yes, we're talking about the 1995 D 1-cent coin. You may have one of these sitting in your pocket right now, but the 1995 D Lincoln cent carries more history, value, and intrigue than you might think. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the history, significance, and market value of this iconic penny. Scene transition, coin overview visual. Display the 1995 D 1-cent coin in high resolution. First, let's take a closer look at the 1995 D penny itself. If you flip this coin over and inspect the details, you'll see the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, which is the face of the coin. This design has been a part of U.S. currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Visual: zoom in on Lincoln's portrait and the "In God We Trust" inscription on the front of the coin. You'll see the words "In God We Trust," a phrase that has been part of U.S. coinage since 1864. We also have the date 1995 below Lincoln's bust, along with the mint mark D, which signifies that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. Visual: show the reverse side of the coin. Turning the coin over, we have the reverse side, which shows the familiar image of the Lincoln Memorial. This design was used from 1959 until 2008 before it was replaced by a shield. The Pluribus Unum motto is seen along the top, while the words United States of America and 1 cent complete the design. Now, let's talk about the historical context of the 1995 D Lincoln cent. This coin was minted during a very interesting time in American history. Visual: cut to images of the 1990s, perhaps scenes of the economy or other notable events. 1995 was a year marked by economic growth and technological advancement. The economy was booming, fueled by the dot-com bubble, and the U.S. was experiencing a period of relative peace following the end of the Cold War. In terms of the coin, the United States Mint was continuing its regular production of the Lincoln cent to meet the everyday needs of American citizens. Visual: show images of the Denver Mint. The 1995 D penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the U.S. Mint's primary production facilities. During this year, the Denver Mint produced a total of approximately 5.5 billion pennies, making the 1995 D one of the most common pennies you can find today. In fact, in terms of general circulation, the 1995 D cent is far from rare. Scene transition, coin composition and characteristics. Let's dive a bit deeper into the physical composition and characteristics of this coin. The 1995 D penny, like all modern Lincoln cents, is composed primarily of copper-plated zinc. The coin weighs 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, with a thickness of 1.52 millimeters. It has a copper coating that gives it that shiny, reddish appearance, although over time, the coin can tarnish, especially if it's been exposed to the elements for years. Visual: shows side-by-side comparisons with other pennies, including older ones like the 1909 SVDB penny. However, despite its abundance, the 1995 D is not without its share of interesting features, particularly when it comes to errors or variations that collectors might find valuable. Scene transition, market value and modern day significance. So, what's the market value of the 1995 D penny today? While this coin is relatively common and doesn't typically hold much intrinsic value, it can still be worth more than its face value under certain conditions. Visual: show examples of rare coins, such as a graded 1995 D penny. The general market value for an average, circulated 1995 Lincoln cent is still only worth 1 cent its face value. However, in numismatics, rarity and condition are key factors in determining a coin's value, and this is where things get interesting. Coins that are in exceptionally high grades, such as those graded MS-65 or higher by organizations like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) or the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS), can fetch significantly higher prices. These coins are typically very well preserved, with sharp details and minimal wear. Visual show graded examples of 1995 pennies with higher grades. In 2023, an MS-65 1995 penny could sell for around $5 to $10 at auction. However, if you happen to find a 1995 penny with a notable error, such as a double die or an off-center strike, the value could increase dramatically. Scene transition. Error coins and their value now. Let's talk about something that excites many coin collectors: error coins. Error coins are those that are produced with some kind of flaw during the minting process. The 1995 penny is no exception, and over the years, several notable error varieties have been discovered. One of the most notable errors found in 1995 pennies is the double die error. A double die occurs when the die used to strike the coin has been misaligned, causing the design to appear more than once. This creates a doubling effect on certain letters or numbers. These types of error coins are highly sought after by collectors. Depending on the severity of the error and the condition of the coin, a 1995 double die penny could be worth anywhere from $100 to several $1,000s. That's a significant jump from its face value, and let's not forget about the off-center errors, where the coin is struck incorrectly and part of the design is missing due to the coin not being properly aligned with the press. These off-center pennies can also be valuable, with some selling for over $50 or more, depending on the severity of the error. Scene transition. Collecting tips and conclusions. So, what can you do if you're interested in collecting 1995 pennies? Here are some tips. First, check the condition of your coins. A well-preserved 1995 penny can be worth more than its face value. Secondly, keep an eye out for error coins. You never know when you might find a gem with a rare die variety or minting flaw. And lastly, if you come across a 1995 penny that you think could be worth something, consider getting it professionally graded. A high-grade, error-free, or rare version of this coin could be worth more than you expect. That's all for today's deep dive into the 1995 Lincoln cent. We hope this video has provided you with a better understanding of its history, significance, and potential value in the market today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with all things numismatics. Visual show the 1995 penny one last time with the channel's logo and subscribe. Until next time, keep collecting and happy hunting.